So, how many of y'all are God's child? Consider yourself children of God. You follow God's law. Yep. Everybody, raise my hand. Raise two hands. How many of y'all try to eat healthy? No, we all try to eat healthy, whether we fail. Look, we all fail. I was plant-based for 3 years. I'm not now. Where does that come from, though? Like, who tells us to try to eat healthy? Like, what does that even look like? Like ourselves. Where we get that from? We was born with it. We was born, right? So essentially, what you're telling me is that it's in us, right? What's in us? God's energy, right? That comes. So essentially, that voice in your head is the extension of God, the higher power. Is that something that we're in agreement here in this room? Essentially, right? So essentially, what you're telling me is that we try to eat healthy because God said so. That's essentially what you're telling me. Because God said so. Because it's in us. He built that in us. It comes from God. Okay, so how many of y'all treat others the way you want to be treated? We try to most of the time, right? You know, we human, we fail, but we try to, right? Where does that come from? Why? It's in us. It's the same thing, in us, right? So again, you telling me because God said so. He built it in us, he put it in us because God said so. I could go on and on and on and answers, but essentially you telling me you God's child, right? And so you follow God in every aspect of your life, right? In every aspect of your life, right? But somehow, when you get jammed up in a legal situation, you're not following God's law. That's what's happening here, right? What you doing? You're calling on a lawyer that follows a fake constitution that does not support your right. These are all things that, you know, we just discussed that we always agree in, right? You say you don't follow statutes and codes, right? We agree. We're supposed to follow the Constitution, the original written law. It's common law, right? And equity supports that, right? It's going to expand to find a remedy for you when common law does not have that remedy for you. That's the way that works, right? So we're in agreement the government doesn't have our best interests. We're in agreement that we follow God's law in every aspect of our life. But we hire lawyers to handle our legal affairs. Lawyers follow statutes and codes, the same statutes and codes that we said don't apply to us, that we don't follow. So why is it that that's what we do? Because it's by design, right? A lot of us didn't know about God's law exclusive equity, right? But now we do know about it. Now we do know about it, right? So we should follow God's law when it comes to any legal situation to protect ourselves, protect our family, and everything like that.